and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. My name is Dorcas Yakubu, Zallah, bringing you trending stories that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today, and also their opinions on such issues. APC will recapture Southwest states, but I won't reveal our secret, says Ganduje. Nigeria records decrease in female students' performance in examinations, says Maman. 20 million out of school children recruitment pool for Boko Haram, says Obasanjo. Millions have escaped Sudan's civil war, but their nightmare isn't over. Now, top on what's trending, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, national chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC, has announced that the ruling party is set to dominate the Southwest region, starting with a win in the upcoming November 16 off-cycle governorship election in Ondo State. Ganduje made this declaration during a stakeholders meeting in Akure, the Ondo State capital, where he was accompanied by Governors Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos, Abiodun Oyebanji of Ekiti, and Ogun State Secretary to the state government, SSG Talabi Olatukumbo, among other key party leaders. He emphasized the APC's commitment to extending its influence ahead of the 2027 general election, particularly targeting Oyo and Osun states to strengthen support for President Bola Tinubu. And now to the first reaction on this story, which is an allegation. APC guys are saying this because they are fast turning election process into selection process. They just increased the judge's salary and building housing estate for them. They already pocketed INEC, thugs, and the police to help them rig during elections. We need to amend our electoral laws and start electronic voting system, probably to start with the urban areas first, then gradually to the rural areas. The next comment is from Uncle_FBB, and the comment reads, they aren't bothered about recapturing the economy to make easy the lives of the downtrodden. They are bothered about 2027. Nigerians, y'all better brace up. And the last comment on this story is from one_successful_winner, and it says, anyone that is making such utterances should be in custody for terrorism. Which one be, I won't reveal our secrets. Now, next on what's trending, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has criticized the Federal Capital Territory FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, accusing him of prioritizing personal interests over the welfare of Nigerians. This was in response to Wike's recent remarks in Port Harcourt, where he referred to Atiku as a rejected politician. Wike's comments followed Atiku's reaction to the recent local government elections in Rivers State, where Atiku stated that the elections had revealed that the citizens of Rivers are astute and resolute, unwavering in their rejection of any form of political oppression, harassment, or the mechanization of self-serving godfathers. Wike similarly dismissed Atiku's statement, saying, if you say for an election we did not contest, never participated in, that it shows Nigerians have rejected us, fine. You that contested and failed woefully, Nigerians have rejected you, so pack up and go home. In a sharp response through his media advisor, Paul Ibe, Atiku called Wike's remarks a string of inanities, lacking substance and driven by personal grievances. He added, if he truly believes Nigerians are content with the current state of affairs under the government he serves, it reveals a deeper truth. His priorities lie not with the people, but with himself. Atiku, the People's Democratic Party presidential candidate in the last election, further accused Wike of being preoccupied with his own interests. This self-absorption is evident in his preoccupation with domestic affairs in Rivers than his ministerial responsibilities, Atiku remarked. And now to the comments. One post_photography_visuals wrote, instead of Wike to become president, I will gladly vote Atiku. Next is from Blessing Onwukwe, and it says, I agree with Atiku. He should wait for his own insults. It will come from far younger people. Is Atiku his mate? The last comment on this story is from one Esewi, and it reads, Atiku is the first vice president as far as democracy is concerned. Who was Wike as at 1999? Our next one was trending. Former President of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, says the growing number of out-of-school children in the country poses a great security risk for the nation in the future. He said that the over 20 million out-of-school children in Nigeria are only being prepared for recruitment into Boko Haram and banditry in the next 10 to 15 years. The former president said this in Bauchi on Sunday at the commissioning ceremony of some selected projects executed by Governor Bala Mohammed. And now responding to that, one Adebukola said, "All of you asking what the man in Aso Rock is doing about it need your brains checked. Why can't you be truthful to yourself for once? The man that assumed the power within a year back, so 15 million out of school started within the last 1 year." Next is from one Sharif, and it says, "These out-of-school children are the ones that will pose a future threat to the ones in school." The last comment says, "And the ununiformed government are telling us to endure, forgetting the security system of the country is at stake. A lot of families are struggling with paying school fees while many kids are already out of school." And the Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mamman, noted that the country has recorded a drop in the performance of female students in examinations. Mamman gave the expression at the end of a technical and vocational education training camp for girls in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State capital. Although he did not state the reason for the decrease in performance, the minister further noted that the camp will trigger female students' interest in skills acquisition and entrepreneurship. Mamman urged female students to show commitment to their studies. According to him, the President Bola Tinubu-led administration was determined to produce students with both certificates and skills. And now reacting to that, one Igaro Wealth said, "Na TikTok Kosam. They want to be content creators and live streamers." Next comment says, "Social media is a bit behind this." And the last comment on this story is from one Mike, and it reads, "No be who see food eat, they read book." Next one was trending. President Bola Tinubu has written a tribute to General Yakubu, retired, a former military head of state who celebrated his 90th birthday recently. A statement signed by the president on Saturday described the elder statesman as a gentleman extraordinaire. The statement partly read, "On his 90th birthday, October 19th, I pay special tribute to our elder statesman and former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon. General Gowon is a gentleman extraordinaire, one of the longest-serving Nigerian leaders. He did a lot for our country and served meritoriously in various capacities within and outside the military." And now to the comments. The first is from Stephen Parker, and it reads, "He did well for West Africa. He would even be sad and sorry today to see what ECOWAS that he fought to establish had become. As a reminder, Gowon and Eyadema of Togo were the two pioneers of sub-regional unity and economic integration, ECOWAS. Happy birthday." One May Berno wrote, "Nigeria did a lot for him too. If not for what Nigeria did for him then, he wouldn't have been a head of state at 32 years. One OG Stephen wrote, "Person na general, una dey cry say him kill people for war. Nigerians are just wonderful people." Let's go on a quick break. We'll be back in no time. Stay with us. Welcome back. It's Newsfeed. Now, the Lagos State Police Command says it has released all demonstrators who were arrested in the early hours of Sunday during the #EndSARS commemoration at the Lekki toll gate. The command spokesperson, Benjamin Hundeyin, confirmed this via a post on his X handle, stating that Lagos State Commissioner of Police, CP Olarewaju Ishola, personally oversaw the process. All protesters in our custody have been released. CP Olarewaju Ishola was on the ground at the SCID to personally ensure this, Hundeyin wrote. Now responding, one Black BE wrote, "Why were they arrested in the first place?" The next comment says, "A demonstration, not even a protest. Those people that died are not chickens but heroes. You cannot tell us how to mourn." In the last comments, Walters_Hunters alleged, "Police brutality in this country is too much. A normal citizen cannot move freely without being arrested or harassed by the Nigerian police." Next one was trending. The Nigerian Army has dismissed reports claiming that the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed, Lagbaja has passed away. The rumor of the army chief's demise went viral after a Nigerian journalist made the claim on X. A journalist claimed that Lagbaja had died of cancer 48 hours earlier. The post read, "The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, has died. Lagbaja died in an undisclosed hospital overseas nearly 48 hours ago from stage 3 cancer, according to a senior government official. The death of the Chief of Army Staff has been kept secret due to intense lobbying by some generals who wish to take the position." Lagbaja, born on 28 February 1968 in Ilobu, Osun State, was appointed by President Bola Tinubu in June 2023 as the 27th Chief of Army Staff. Reacting via its X handle, the Nigerian Army described the news as fake. Now, next one was trending. Two businessmen identified as Ihejirika Okechukwu Emmanuel and Iwugu Ikedi Victor, as well as a Canada-based nurse Usman Grace Khadijat Olami, have been arrested by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, MMIA Ikeja, Lagos, for attempting to import and export cocaine pellets and parcels of loud, a synthetic strain of cannabis, through the airport. Ihejirika, who frequents Thailand from where he claims to be importing fish into Nigeria, was arrested on Tuesday, 15th October 2024, while attempting to board an Ethiopian Airlines flight to Thailand via Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. When he was taken for body scan, the results showed he ingested illicit drug which proved to be cocaine. As a result, he was placed under excretion observation, during which he expelled 5 big excise wraps of cocaine weighing 400 grams. In the same vein, NDLEA operatives at the Lagos airport on Thursday, 17th October, intercepted a 26-year-old businessman, Iwugu Ikedi Victor, coming from Brazil via Addis Ababa during the inward clearance of passengers on Ethiopian Airlines flights. His body scan revealed ingestion of illicit drug, which he was put under observation. He excreted a pellet of cocaine weighing 22 grams. Meanwhile, a Nigerian-Canadian nurse, Usman Grace Khadijat Olami, was on 4th October arrested by NDLEA officers at the Lagos airport during the inward clearance of Air France passengers from Toronto, Canada via Paris. During a search of her luggage, a total of 70 parcels of Canadian loud weighing 35.70 kg were recovered from her. And now, reacting to that, a netizen said, "Juju no dey work for computer. Know this and travel in peace." Next comment says, "Very shameful with all the money over there for nurses." And the last comment on this story reads, "You don't know the value of your freedom until you lose it." And now on the foreign scene, civilians are dying in Sudan's civil war not only by bullets and bombs, but from chronic hunger, thirst, disease, repeated displacement, and dire living conditions. Limited access to health care means illness and starvation leads to slow, painful, and preventable deaths. About half of the country's 50 million people are now facing the world's worst hunger crisis, portending a catastrophic famine of the kind not seen since Ethiopia in the 1980s. A civil war between two major rival factions of the military government of Sudan, the Sudanese Armed Forces SAF under Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces RSF and allies, collectively the Janjaweed coalition under the Janjaweed leader Hemeti, began during Ramadan on 15th April 2023. Now, responding to that, a netizen said, 17 months of war in Sudan have resulted in the deaths of tens of thousands of civilians and displaced 10 million people, 2 million into neighboring countries and 8 million internally. The war has created the world's worst hunger crisis, pushing millions to the brink of a man-made famine. We must end this disaster in Sudan and raise our voices for collective liberation. Next comment says, "God, please uplift these people and bring peace to their land. You see all the wrong in this world, and I pray you heal their land and mine. These are your precious people." Last comment on this story, just like Palestine, Sudan was also marked by British colonial occupation. free the world from imperial capitalist brutality. And that's a wrap on the program today. Do also follow us across all our social media platforms for more programs, news, and documentaries. Until next time, goodbye.